Hello there, I'm Nicholas. I'm here at the Conservatory of Recording Arts and Sciences, and I'm here to talk to you today about the Neumann U87. The origin of the U87 can be traced back to 1960 and the creation of the U67 microphone. There's a few goals that the Neumann U87 had to achieve. The first one would be to reduce the proximity effect that the U67's predecessor, the U47, had. The second goal was to create a microphone that could sustain more sound pressure. This was because more and more engineers were close miking vocals and instruments. One last goal for this microphone was for it to offer all three polar patterns, omni, cardioid, and figure eight. The U47 did not have the latter due to its capsule design. The body was designed with two things in mind. Number one was to help facilitate the close miking goal by making the body narrow so that it could get into tight places and have the vocalist closer to the capsule than the previous models. Second, to cut out as many reflections in the basket as possible by angling it. Part of the sound of the U47 was because of the reflections inside the large basket assembly. In 1947, transistors were invented and offered several advantages over vacuum tubes. Some of these were smaller size, lower cost, lower operating voltage, so there was no need for external power supplies, lower noise floor, extended life, faster response time, and no need to wait for the tube to heat up. Like its predecessor, the U67, the U87 achieves its versatility by offering three different polar patterns. These can be selected using the three-position switch on the front of the microphone. Pushing the switch all the way to the left selects the omnidirectional pattern, which is useful for room miking. Switching to the center position chooses the more directional cardioid pattern, which is used most often. Flipping the switch all the way to the right chooses the figure of eight pattern, great for background vocals or mid-side recording. Changing the polar pattern doesn't only alter the directionality of the microphone, it also alters the frequency response. Notice how the omni pattern has a higher presence peak than the cardioid pattern does, while the figure of eight's presence peak starts at a lower frequency, but rolls off the top end faster. On the reverse side of the U87, you'll find two additional switches. One, offering a 10 dB pad which increases the maximum tolerable sound pressure level to 127 dB. The other engages a high-pass filter, which allows the removal of low-frequency noise and rumble, but also minimizes proximity effect, which is the overemphasis of low frequencies in recordings made by microphones when they are too close to the sound source. The U87's roll-off design produces a more natural flat frequency response when close miking. The mic has a very detailed sound, especially in the mid-range. That, along with its features, makes it a very versatile mic that can work with almost any instrument. The U87 is the workhorse of the Neumann line.